y'all, it's Bree here. I am stressed. Yeah, I'm just gonna say it. I'm stressed, y'all. Today is November 4th, 2020, and yesterday was election day, but because of COVID-19, we are waiting and waiting and waiting for these impending election results to come in and find out who is president of the United States, who won the Senate, who won the House, all that sorts of things. So as you all know, I am in North Carolina. I did not move to New York City like I had planned, which is a whole nother video that could be made about how sad I am about that. But for now, I'm just going to talk about my experiences here in North Carolina during this time, and also my experiences in a PhD program during COVID, during election year, and guess what? I'm a Black woman. No, but for real, my intersecting identities have a lot to do with how I'm feeling and how I've perceived, my experiences in the program. And I feel like it's something that I have glossed over in some of my past videos about how much being Black, being a woman, being a Black woman has affected me during this time. But I feel like right now it's all kind of just coming to a head because it's election season. And because, as soon as tonight, tomorrow, Friday, I'm going to know what the state of the world is, and that is going to affect me personally. So here's to being frank and for telling you like it is. Long story short, I went to the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, but I'm from a small conservative town in rural North Carolina. You can Google Alamance County. We've made the national news, I think, at least twice in the past 4 months over how racist this place is. Also, fun fact, if you've ever read Roots by Alex Haley, a lot of that happened in Alamance County, so that should give you enough backstory. Anyways, I've grown up here. I know what it's like. I know that it's racist, whatever. There's also a lot of good people here too, which is what keeps me going, keeps me living, and my family, which, is important to have that support system. But it's also hard to ignore the glaring racism that exists within this county, and it's hard to come back to it after being in a liberal bubble like Chapel Hill. It's actually funny because once I went to University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, which by the way, has 0 Black people, I thought it had a lot of Black people because I had never had that experience before of seeing like other Black people in class. I think I had one Black classmate I think it was my junior year of high school, now that I think about it, but I'd never had a Black teacher. I didn't even have a Black sports coach, or my pastor wasn't even Black. There was just no representation whatsoever. So when I got to UNC where there were people who were Black, I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. This is exactly what I've been waiting for. And so it was kind of interesting for me to even see that place was predominantly white. I know, call me naive, call me green, but it was my upbringing. I had never seen Black people in those spaces before. So to see more than 1 or 2, I was like, wow, look how diverse this place is. But anyway, once I come back here to Alamance County, it is a little bit of a culture shock because not only are there no Black people, but there's no liberalism, and it's a very, very small amount of liberalism, I guess, that's going on here. And it's really isolating, to be honest. I personally don't have many friends here anymore because a lot of them they went to college and then they went and moved somewhere else, or whatever happened, or we haven't talked since high school, or those types of things. So it's a very lonely place to be physically, and never mind the fact that I'm doing a PhD completely virtually, which has been really isolating as well. So it's been quite the experience. And getting a PhD in itself is really isolating, and I've heard people say that over and over and over, but no one has ever accounted for how hard it is to do that online, how hard it is to even start the process online when you feel like you're just on this island and you were thrown out to the wolves. And because my advisor is actually on sabbatical, I think it's an added layer of what am I doing here, kind of thing, because I just feel lost 99% of the time. And don't get me wrong, there are people that are very supportive. The program itself is very supportive. But it's also got me thinking about what is support, because to me, support would look like having at least one other Black faculty member in the department, and that doesn't exist. But honestly, something that I feel like I wish I had personally right now is just like someone to talk to about these things that like gets it and like who's going through it as well. The experience as a Black woman is so different and unparalleled by any other experience. Like just like, you know, there are different experiences for Asian women, for Latinx women, like everyone has their own experiences. But for me, when there's no representation, not only in like the student population of like my program and also in the faculty, it's like just this extra layer of isolation and feeling like I have to be on some level of perfect to represent all Black women who potentially might gain admission here. And like, it's like that only one syndrome. You know, you feel like you have like the weight of all other potential Black women, Black men on your back because, you know, I'm the one that's repping them. And as much as I like to be a pioneer and a trailblazer, like I need support. Like I need solidarity. I need representation and visibility. And I think my geographic location is definitely making it more pertinent to me right now, just because, you know, if I walk out my house right now, like I can probably spot a Confederate flag. Actually, I know there's a Confederate flag like right down the street. Like that is my reality. Like those are the attitudes and the mindsets that people have here. And it's unsettling. And no one's gonna get that. But that's just how life is right now. That is the life of a counseling psychology PhD student who's a Black woman.
Yeah.